Look, he's in the building. My mate's
Hello.
back.
Hello.
Oh,
How are we doing?
so lovely to see you. Good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this. Now, you little monkeys, you've been shopping ahead, haven't you? I know. We know you know. We do. So, this is the Christmas show from Jamie Crafts. I'm very excited.
Good, isn't it?
And it's gorgeous. So, first, I'm going to get the housekeeping out of the way really quickly. Because then you know how to shop, you know where to watch us. Look at this. This is what I love about Jamie. Look at the pile of these finished samples.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. You're never going to get to see all of them. But I always like to feel if somebody says, have you got that in red? We've got it in red somewhere. You know what I mean? There'll be something.
Brilliant. Right, so liveshopping.vip. Very easy to shop with us here. Couldn't be easier. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is liveshopping.vip. I know, good, right? And the reason, just a little note on that, the reason that we started this website was A, we couldn't put everybody's products on our website because it slowed it down. We tried it, it didn't work. That's how we were like, okay, there's a limit. Yeah. And then you guys were complaining that it was slow, and there's nothing worse than a slow website, is there?
No,
oh, it drives me crazy. Also, it means that when Jamie leaves the building, his products will stay on that website, which is brilliant, so you can shop anytime, and he can give you the discounts that he wants to. So they're in charge of their own product, which is exactly what it should be like. So if you're going to shop with us on Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then the code in the comments underneath the video. In fact, if you look on your screen, whatever the bold words are, like shop mega, that's what you type. And that will put it into a basket for you. Then I learned last week what sliding into DMs mean.
That's
I thought
very
it was
good.
Doc Martens, but it's not.
Okay, no.
We're going to send you a direct message.
Okay,
apparently.
We're down with the lingo.
We are.
We're
down with the kids now. We've got to do this.
I could do your help. I have no idea. No idea at all.
We live in a world of abbreviations, don't we?
Lily tagged me in something earlier on Instagram, and I've just got this message and I can't see it and I can't zoom in it. I've got no idea what I meant to do with it, but I can see there's a little graphic of something to do with this show. So sorry, Lily, if I was meant to do something. I have no idea. I'm in the car just randomly hitting the phone, like it must do something. Going to what is this? So no, you're doing better than I am. Sorry.
Brilliant. So we're going to... It's brilliant, isn't it? Apparently there's a PM as well. Well, that's Prime Minister, but it's private message or personal message. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to send you a message, and in that message there will be a link. You're going to click that link, and that will take you to checkout, so you can check out those baskets. Because Jamie, as soon as you do them, your little ninjas are going to pick and pack those orders, and we will get them sent out to you. Now, you can also watch us live on liveshopping.vip if you like. You can simply click watch live on the screen, press play, and all the items in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You simply then select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will appear in a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen. And when you're ready to check out, click on that, and that will take you through the process.
So clever, isn't
it brilliant?
So simple, so clever.
I love it. I love the fact that we're not sending our customers away from a visual channel to shop. Yeah. You can shop while you watch. Love that. Right, Jamie, where do we start?
Well, it's Christmas, so shall we start with Mr. Christmas? Mr. Christmas.
Oh,
let's start with Father
look at
Christmas.
him. Santa himself. Look, he's lovely.
So you may remember these. These are our Cuddly Clan characters, and we've done a few of these, and we've of course bought them here previously, but this one is our brand new Father Christmas. And why I mentioned the Cuddly Clan bit, because you might be used to the system here. What this means is we give you a DL set of stamps, and then we give you a matching die set to go in and cut out all of the main pieces from that stamp set. So no need to fussy cut, everything is done for you. When we have available space within the stamp set, we will fit in a few sentiments to make sure that you're getting as much value for money as we possibly can give you. Now, of course, this doesn't mean you have to use them together. You can, of course, just use the stamps as you normally would, but if you do wish to, you can bring in the matching dies, and you can, of course, start cutting those elements out. These will make incredible scenes that you can build up, and you're going to see some items that are coming up with Mrs. Christmas, which is our next item, because it is all scaled and sized to work together. I'm going to put this lot down just so I can show you this card where we've got Father Christmas, Mrs. Christmas. We've got our lovely pizza die that we're going to talk about shortly, and we've got our sentiments in here as well. So this is quite a nice overview of bringing lots of the elements of the collection together. But as you can see, he's a lovely character, full of Christmas joy.
is.
Then we move on.
So we're going to put the individuals on your screen for you because we've got something for every pocket. But everything Jamie is showing you now is part of the mega bundle. Okay, so you'd get everything on this front row from there to there. Merry
bundle.
Christmas, right? Merry Christmas. Look at that. It's huge. But you're getting a lot for your money as well.
Then we move on to Mrs. Christmas. So one of my favourite bits here is Mrs. Christmas doesn't often get a look in, does she? We don't tend to see her in craft items.
No.
But look at these cheeky elves. I absolutely love the elves. The elves just make me smile. I can't help but giggle every time I see
they're lovely,
them.
aren't they?
So again here you've got your stamp set, DL stamp set, and then you've got your matching dies. So you've got dies for Mrs. Christmas, the elves, the tags, the presents, and then you've still got a few little sentiments that are going to actually fit on over the top of that tag, and a couple of large ones as well. So you've got lots of scope to play with these too.
Brilliant.
Once again, scale, size and design, they're going to work perfectly with Father Christmas. So if you do wish to bring in the components from Father Christmas and use with Mrs. Christmas, then you absolutely can do, but of course you can use them on their own as well.
Look at these.
These two are going to build up perfectly with some of the other items that we have on the show for you, such as our pizza die set that we'll come up to shortly. And of course this one's lovely, where they've actually stamped in a circle and added in the fern dies going around it too. Mr. and Mrs. Christmas will fit, of course, perfectly together, especially if you bring in items such as our Christmas tree dies in the background too.
That tree's beautiful, isn't it? That's really delicate. Love that. Then, right, next. Oh, there's more.
There is more. Now we move on to, I keep calling this the pizza die set, so forgive me please, but it's not. It's actually our Kaleidoscope. It's the Christmas Kaleidoscope. And we've done a couple of Kaleidoscopes previously. Most recently we bought you an octagon one. Before that we bought you a circle one. It's the circle one I'm going to mention at this stage because of the circle one we bought you originally matches with our Christmas one. Brilliant. So it's kind of important that you know that, because it might mean, like in the original one we've got a polka dot segment, you could use the polka dot segment to lay into this one if you wanted to. So it's all interchangeable between the two different sets.
Brilliant.
If you have the stencil from the original one, then when it comes to layering this together you could use the original stencil too. So you can double up and you can get more, but you don't have to.
And your stencils are slightly thicker, aren't they?
They are.
They're good for embossing.
They are, absolutely, and we'll show you this in the first demo, but there is also an like laser engraved line run round the edge of the stencil. So when we cut out our pizza shape, or our base as such, the circle within the set here, that will sit over the top of here, giving you the perfect spacing to piece your pieces back together.
Clever, right?
Everything is thought of for you to make it as simple as we possibly can.
That's brilliant. With
your pizza set, your Kaleidoscope set, you've got all of your different segments. You can of course cut those in or cut those out depending on if you use the outside edges or not. So it's down to you how you wish to play with them. You've seen a couple of these come in already sample wise, but let's just show you a couple more.
Look how elegant that is.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
That detail's phenomenal.
And of course,
I love that.
When we bring you these segments, they don't have to go back together to make up a big circle.
I love that white on white. It's beautiful, isn't it? How elegant is that? And it's stunning.
And these could be borders, so if you wish to, you could cut them in. You don't have to cut them out, you could cut them in. With your stencil set, you can of course choose to emboss them as well. So this one's a bit more mixed media-y, but you could emboss them, so using your stencil and your rubber mat for your machine over the die cut segments. You could add texture paste through them stencil segments instead of using the die cuts to give you this style of effect. We've got the Gemstones texture paste for you on this show as well. And then you don't have to treat this one as Christmas, although it is Christmas. So here we've got like a little baby booty card created with the stockings.
Look at that.
So many ways you can take those off and play with them.
Oh, that's super cute.
And
that one, there's still more, still going.
So whenever we design a collection, we try and work on the theory that you're going to need a background. So in our sense, this was your background.
Right.
You're going to need a focal point. So in our sense, that's Mr. and Mrs. Christmas. Then we need to bring you those finishing touches, those pretty bits that are going to finish it all off, and that's where we go to next. So here we have our ferns. So this one is, again, one of our Swift dies. So we've actually got 5 different ferns that are going to cut out with this one when it goes through your machine. And it gives you the different options to take off in different directions. So large and small in sort of the sideways fern, and then a flat-on fern as such, a straight fern. So if you wanted to use it as a Christmas tree, you absolutely can do. You can decorate it out with a few gems if you wish, but it also means with all these curved pieces that you can do your borders, you can do your wreaths, you can do your corners, and it's all on one die. So just cut it through, and you're going to end up with those 5 different components that can really.
I love that as a Christmas tree. I think it's blinking brilliant.
They make such delicate pieces.
They're lovely, aren't they? And you're right, Jamie. You know, as a crafter, there's nothing more frustrating, is there, than having a fern that goes in one direction but not not the one that goes in the opposite.
It honestly really, truly frustrates me.
Right.
And we tried it a little while ago. You might remember we did our lavish foliage set, and it had 3 pieces of foliage, all different, all going off in different directions, but never sort of the match.
Yeah.
So the next month we did the mirrored version because we had to. It frustrated the life out of me that everything just went off in one direction. So we had to do the other side.
Brilliant.
So I've learnt my mistake. We will make sure that we bring it in
and we move on, right?
Then we move on, and we've got your traditional poinsettia. So again, 1 die set as in 1 panel, but it's going to go through and it's going to cut out all the elements for you. So 4 flower heads and then 2 centres come from this one. Like a lot of our dies, lots of deboss on here. So when they're going to go through your machine, they're going to give you a beautiful deboss effect on each of the petals. So they're very easy to build up, very effective and very fun to create with. When you team these with your ferns, you're going to create some amazing effects really simply and easily.
Love this one.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Absolutely beautiful.
So huge shout out to our incredible design team.
You're
this
amazing.
One's done by Lynn. This one's done by our lovely Diane. This is also gorgeous. Diane's made an actual Christmas tree here out of the ferns. So if you look at them and wonder, could I make a tree? Absolutely.
Brilliant. Our Amber has worked out that on your mega you're saving £14.99, which is more than 10, well, a lot more than 10%, which means that basically you are paying 4p for that die.
4p. I like that.
Good, you, aren't you?
That's brilliant. Hey? We like that. A die for 4p.
4p.
All that shopping could be done like that.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Can you imagine going to your supermarket trolley and they get to the end, it's piled down, they go 4p please. You'd be like, out that door like a shot, wouldn't you? Right, let's read some of these comments because they're all loving it. Mrs H999 says good evening. Lisa's with us. We've got Laura with us, Lorraine, Jackie, Ria, Sheila. Hi Jamie and Mel, an amazing collection as always. Can't wait for more demos. Absolutely. Hi from Sweden.
Hello, Sweden.
You're international. Look at you going global already. Look at you. When I always makes me laugh when they say this. Wendy Corbett says, "Sorry, I'm late."
Oh, it's just not good.
We'll forgive you, Wendy, won't we? Wendy, she also says, Jamie, once again, congratulations on creative expressions.
Oh, thank you very, very much.
Gorgeous Christmas package, says June. Hi, says Lorraine, and Sharon is there as well, our Sharon Noble. Right. If you want all of that, everything that Jamie has just shown you, it is Shop Mega and it's $89.99. Now, based on buying the individuals, you've just heard me say we've got a £14.99 saving, which means we can put that to something else, can't we?
Okay. Should we have a little look at another idea,
please.
maybe?
Yeah.
So, again, we talk about designing a collection and how it's all going to flow together. So we've given you the focal points, we've given you the backgrounds, we've given you the finishing touches. What do we need? We need sentiments because we need to finish this off, don't we? So there are 5 different sentiments here. Our first one is with love at Christmas. Then you've got hope you're not on the naughty list.
Oh, I'm definitely on the naughty list.
Who would want to not be, in fairness?
Well,
we
absolutely.
Need to be, don't we?
Yep.
Then we've got dreaming of a white Christmas, wishing you a Christmas filled full of joy. And you'll notice with the joy and the love, they're very easy to paper piece back in. And then we've also got Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm just going to bring in the board so you can see roughly some sort of shapes and designs of these.
These are lovely
because they're a bit bigger.
They're legible.
Yes.
I love that, right?
Absolutely, because that's legible. The most important bit, isn't
and
it?
Something different, you know?
Absolutely.
Not just your Merry Christmas or your Happy Christmas or best wishes or whatever. This is fabulous. That one's lovely. Wishing you a Christmas filled full of joy.
And so easy once again to paper piece. These have been so incredibly popular.
I am not surprised.
Truthfully, I keep saying this on our socials. I don't know how you've still got stock of this or we kept it kind of available for you, but I don't think it's going to last long.
No, you need to get hold of it while you can. Shop Mini will get you that collection of your sentiments for $23.99. Cracking that. And you could use a different one every year for the next 5 years and then start again.
And we often talk about this, and you're going to find them on the brand shop. These sort of mini sentiments that we do, we've done, I think, about 15 or 20 of them now. So you might want a Christmas one for the outside of the card, but you might just want with love to go on the inside. Or you might want to do something on the matching tags, for instance.
Absolutely.
But you're going to know all of your fonts and styles and sizes match and coordinate. And to me, that's quite important.
Absolutely. And speaking of tags, so that's Shop Mini. Next, love tags.
Okay. So again,
I love tags.
We like to build a library. We like to build things that work together.
Yes, we do.
Keep going on about this. We mentioned it with those. We mentioned it with kind of the cuddly clan bit. These are building onto another one of the things that we're really well known for. So we bring you our mats and layers collection, and we've done this many times in different items. But what we've done this time is you can buy them individually, but you can buy them as a bundle. And the bundle's the way to go truly, because of the most interchangeability comes in that. And what I mean by this is with set one, for instance, we've got our decal edges with our stitch lines. But you can probably see on screen, your stitch lines are separate to your decal edges. Brilliant. So that means you could take your decal edge and you could use it with a pierced line that comes up in the next set if you prefer. So in the next set, we've got scallop lines with pierced dots. So straight away, we could interchange that piercing for that stitching. We could interchange that scallop for that decal, and we could use those as we wish to.
Love that.
Then to top it off, we bring in our plain die sets. In here, another 15 dies, and these give you all of the different sizes that again are going to fit and layer on top of these two. So maybe you wish to bring in that pierced line and put it into a straight tag, and then top that off with a matching size in the decal, and it's all going to fit, it's all going to layer, it's all going to work together. And then we've left the holes separate, and we've given you 3 different sizes of holes, because of these make perfect little handbags if you fold them in 3 and fold them over, or little pockets that you can put bits into. So you might not want the hole in the top of them, or you might want a little hole or a big hole depending on the size of tag. So we've given you the most interchangeability we can, and again these coordinate with our circles, our squares, our rectangles, our octagons, so that when you've got that scalloped edge with that pierced detail and you go to put it on your card, there's something to coordinate with it.
I love a tag because there's so many options, isn't there? They can be apertures, they can be frames, they can be for your mixed media if you just want to work on a smaller surface, making tag books, word books, all of that, or just on your presents.
Even turning them into cards.
Look at that.
This one's done by Diane.
Love
She's
that.
just put 2 together to make a little tag card.
Isn't that
turning
brilliant?
them into tags themselves. You know, and you've got all the different sizes you could possibly want to play with and build up.
Yeah, I love these.
And like here, you're seeing just what we was talking about. The plain ones being used in the bases here, and then the decals and the stitches coming in to make that tag on the top, and it all working together. And then again, this one is once again a card.
Options.
Yeah.
And versatility. Those are the words that I would use to describe that, because you can mix and match to your heart's content. I love that. Do you know what the best thing is? You can tell that you craft.
Yeah.
Because you design as a crafter.
It's a bit like when we spoke about the ferns earlier.
Yes.
I felt the frustrations of the bits I want to do, and I can't do them. So how can I make them doable? What can we do to be different? How can we take it and move it forward?
Brilliant.
And to me, interchangeable edges that all coordinate for all the shapes, that gives a luxury finish without sort of being impossible to do.
Right. Shall we talk glitter?
Yes.
The sparkly stuff. Do you know what? That is my favourite colour combination
ever. Is it?
Red and purple.
Okay.
Mad. I know.
No, it's not mad at all.
I love red and purple together.
Very,
gorgeous,
very pretty.
Isn't it? Yeah. Tell me about this glitter then. Why do I need? Oh, I need this.
So this is
I'm not a glitter person, but I need this.
This is our gemstones glitter, and as you can see, this is full-on sparkle. So all we've done here is cut down a square from our self-adhesive sheets we've bought you on the show, and then we've put the glitter out over the top of it. Now, our glitter journey as a company, and I'm going to take you off on another tangent, sorry to confuse the codes.
Listen, it's your show. You do what you want to do.
It started with our texture paste. So we started our gemstones texture paste. We did 12 colours in this. And I loved it, and it's brilliant. It's incredible texture paste. We'll rant and rave about this for hours. But the bit that kind of got me, and we go back a bit to the last conversation, was it's a texture paste, and that limits what I can do with it outside of actually getting back to them particles. Them particles are in that clear medium. I can't use them in a dry format. I can't cover a piece of self-adhesive with it and make a background. So what could we do instead? So what we did is we went back to the factory and we said, well, you know that you make this into a texture paste. How about we have it just in a bottle of glitter? So now we've bought you the matching colours, and that means that it's the identical glitter that you're going to find in our texture paste. So when you want to finish a background or stencil with your texture paste and then add a little bit of this as a berry or a flourish or a word or over a sheet or over a piece of double-sided tape, everything's going to coordinate for you.
I love that.
It's just trying to, again, make it simple, easy and perfect.
And reds can really jar. If you get a blue red with an orange red, it doesn't sit well. You look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't quite work. These, I mean, that's brilliant, isn't it? So isn't it fabulous?
50 mils in each jar.
What I can't get over is the coverage, Jamie. Because this is, I mean, this is on a double-sided sheet, but look at the sparkle. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of particles of glitter. Look how it shimmers and shines.
And if you wanted to, this is so smooth, you could stamp on that.
It's incredible.
You can die cut it, you could stamp on
there.
it, you could put it through your embossing folder if you want to.
Absolutely.
You could use it with our sticky stuff glue and brush it over different things. You could add it over your foam tape, your double-sided tape.
It's incredible.
The options are endless when it comes to glitter.
Look how you get the shine on it. That almost looks like it's been varnished. Look.
And this will sound silly, but Gwen did her live for us the
lovely
other day.
Gwen.
Yeah, lovely Gwen.
Yeah,
she's live every week, and she was showing you, and it sounds silly because you kind of, I don't know, when you look at mediums, you think if I mix yellow and green or whatever, I'm going to end up with a muddy brown eventually, you know, it's going to all dilute and end up with a new shade. Glitter doesn't do that. We put two particles of glitter together. They're not going to mix. They're going to sit beside each other. And she was making some incredible glitter mixes. So again, this is a great palette to take off and create rainbow effects.
Absolutely.
That looks really good.
Love that. Brilliant. Right, shall we talk about the paste?
Absolutely.
Because this is a level above, right?
Hopefully.
Above and
That's
beyond.
always our aim. If we're going to do a product, we need to make sure it's the best version of the product we can do. So 50 mils in each of the jars here. Again, same colours as we're looking at within the loose glitter. So you've got your red, your white, your green and your purple. What I also love with this, and we've tried to do it for you on some sheets here so you can see it, is when we use these colours, there's no fear of the shade coming through from underneath. So you might think, well, red, that's, you know, possibly a given. But when we go to white, quite often you're going to see the shade come through from underneath it. Not with this one. You could use this over black card. You're still going to get that white sit on top of it. So you can still create your night sky effects over sort of those dark backgrounds if that's what you'd like to do.
That's absolutely stunning.
And again, full on sparkle.
I don't know how you're going to choose at home what you want to pick, or maybe you're just going to buy it all. I don't know. There's a lot of you saying that they're on the naughty step again. Yeah, but you know what? You can't take it with you, can you?
And when you come back to mixing, don't forget that you could take your loose glitter and mix that in with your texture paste glitter and make your rainbow effects that way too. And we've spoke about this on shows quite a lot before. But with this medium, your clear texture, your texture paste, sorry, it's glitter suspended in a clear texture paste. You can colour that clear texture paste. So whether you use Enchanted Sprinkles we'll put on tomorrow's show.
Yes, I'll bring them back. One of my favourites.
You can colour that clear medium and suddenly that glitter again won't take on the colour and you can end up with a completely unique finish.
I think these are fabulous. Right, if you want those, shop Paste. $22.99 is going to get you all 4 of those colours. They're beautiful, aren't they? I love it with the glitters when you do it with a stencil.
Oh, yes.
On a double-sided sheet.
Yes,
that's amazing. And actually really quite quick to do.
Yeah, and you can mix your mediums again. Bring your building flakes, bring in all the different sort of bits to do that too as well.
Oh, excited. Right, now then, this is a deal and a half. I asked you if you were a bit mad, didn't I?
You did, and I was like, yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
How, that's a fair question.
Do you know what? There's nothing better than buying across a brand where everything coordinates together. That's when you get the professional finish that you're aiming for, isn't it?
And we go back to it all coordinating. So whether we're looking at our glitters, our texture paste or our mirror card, okay, we don't have a white in the mirror card as yet. We have to work on some things sometimes. But certainly the best colour palette to mix and match in and be Christmas. So in here we've got 10 sheets in each pack, 5 different colours. So again, silver, gold, green, purple and red of your glitter card.
Stunning.
Mirror card, sorry.
$19.99 for 50 sheets.
Not bad, is it?
That's 40 pence a sheet.
We like a bargain.
I remember you when you spend 95 pence a sheet for that.
I think you still can in quite a few places,
I
to be
think
fair.
you can.
So again, it's a good time to stock up.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, that's your Christmas palette right there, isn't it? And we've been talking about the fact that card prices are going through the roof. So using your dies and creating a frame as a faux layer, and then you've still got the inside to use for something else. It's brilliant, and you would never know from a distance. It's really clever. So think about doing that with that because it's so beautiful. You want to make it last, don't you? It's lovely. I love it. Right. I know. I need to add it. I do. I know. It's really bad. It's really bad. Absolutely. Double-sided adhesive sheets. And you know me, if it wasn't, I'd be like, yeah, it's lovely, but I need it.
I need it. Twitching, I need it.
Hands are going like that. Right. Double-sided adhesive sheets, Jamie.
So we bring these to a lot of our shows here because as for us they're a true crucial element. You're going to get 5 sheets in here and they're going to work perfectly. So when you look at our glitter being put out over our boards, this is the product we've used. So we literally just peel the top off, stick it to a piece of card, peel the other side off, sprinkle on the glitter, and that's the effect you're going to have. There's many other uses for these as well. You might stick it onto your card and then die cut from it and create your own stickers to save you sticking down intricate pieces. There are loads of techniques we can do with them too.
to laugh. Julie says, oh no, not another show tomorrow. I'll be in the poorhouse. I'm already on bread and jam for the foreseeable.
Not bread and jam, that's not good.
I love a jam butty though. Do you? Oh, I love it.
I don't do sandwiches.
Oh no, I love crusty bread with butter and cherry jam.
Okay.
Oh,
that's your go-to, is it?
Peanut butter.
Okay.
Peanut butter and cherry jam's awesome.
Okay, just going to
nod.
I'm a weirdo. You haven't mentioned a thing yet I eat.
Bullshit.
Croissants and jam. I could do croissants and jam.
Oh yeah, you want to try that?
Croissants and jam, I love. Yeah, that's a go-to. Love a good croissant.
Yeah. Right. Glue. 20%. Thought that would go. Shop sheet. No, that was actually a self-adhesive. What's the code for the mirror, darling, please? There you are. Shop mirror. 20% of it's gone. Told you. It's going to fly. Right. Glue.
Glue.
Love the fact that you do a big bottle.
We do. So our 1 litre bottle, it's what we call Big Bertha. Big Bertha is our 1 litre. This Big Bertha will fill our little bottles 8 times. It means that you're getting the best possible value we can bring you. It's good for the environment. It means we're not keep wasting bottles. It means that you're saving a small fortune because of this is not 8 times the price of what a little bottle is. It's actually half that or less than half that, to be honest with you. And it's our way of, again, trying to, and I often say this, nobody ever picks up a card or a project and goes, I love the glue you used to make it, do they? They're not going to do that. They're not going to see that. So why are we spending loads of money on that product when we don't need to? So as long as it's a good quality product and still does the job that we need to do, we'll bring it to you in the best volume way we can. Brilliant.
Lorraine says she loves that glue. Absolutely. And I do love the fact that you're thinking about the environment, because that is just brilliant. And Jamie's quite right. We were talking about this the other day on one of our shows, and we said, you know, it's boring. The boring stuff is the glue and the tape and all, not the pretty stuff. You want to spend your money on the pretty stuff. Yeah. So get the cheapest possible price you can get, but the best quality for that price. Because if you use an inferior glue, you know, it's the foundations, isn't it? It's like card bases. If you use a 160 GSM card, it's going to do Bambi, isn't it, on the fireplace? Whereas that, honestly, that glue is fabulous. And this is separate, right? But this will decant into this. So
so you literally refill as many times as you wish to. And I do genuinely mean refill as many times as you wish to. My bottle at home, I've used it and refilled it so many times. The label's all cracked and you can hardly see the label on the front of it. And that to me is great, because it means I've saved hundreds of bottles going into landfill.
Exactly
and
that.
I've saved hundreds of pounds by being able to refill with this. And the nozzle Mel mentions it, you trim it to where you want it to be. So you pick how much comes out. Some people like to use a lot of glue, some people don't.
Absolutely. So your big one is your shop glue. Well done. $24.99. Got a £5 saving. But if you want a duo of the smaller one, it's shop duo and it's $12.99. So you can see the value there, can't you, when you buy the big one and decant. Right, my lovely. Do you want to get ready for a demo?
Absolutely.
Do you need a minute?
No.
Let's get stuck in then, shall we?
That's what we
absolutely.
We'll play. So this is the card that we're going to do to begin with. And I put this one up on my social media the other day and I was like, I don't know if it's missing something. Maybe I should have added something to it. But being honest, I love the pizza effect. Not that I should keep calling it a pizza, but I love the pizza so much. I don't want to cover it up.
Do you eat pizza?
Oh, I do eat pizza.
Oh, do you?
Oh, I do eat pizza. But I am a bit weird with pizza.
Why?
Because I don't eat melted cheese. So I have pizza and I order it. I shouldn't confess all of my randomness, should I? Because you're going to think I'm absolutely bonkers.
Oh, you're fitting well here.
But I order the pizza as standard and then I take off all of the cheese. I can't. But people always say to me, they usually get a glazed look and then they're like, well, why don't you just order it without the cheese on? As if like I'm completely bonkers, which I am, it's fair. But if you do that, then the sauce just gets like toasted. And that's not nice. I don't know if your partner's the same. Yeah, so I have to just take it off.
A little bit of cheese, but not like stringy cheese.
No, it's just like plastic to me. I know it's just me, and I know the rest of the world loves it. But
see, if I order a pizza, I don't like the tomato sauce. So I have cheese sauce and garlic sauce.
Okay.
So I'm a weirdo too.
Not at all.
So we're in the best company, right?
We all have our own ways. But no, with me and food, I could bore you to tears.
Oh, bless you.
About food. But no, pizza, I'm always up for a pizza.
Joanna says, love the fact that the glitters are the same as the card colours. That never clicked in my brain. I know, Joanna, it's brilliant, isn't it? Means you're going to get a fabulous professional finish. And Wendy Corbett says, I do like Jamie's glue. It never clogs up. That's a bit of a bugbear, that, and if it clogs up, it drives you crazy, doesn't it?
If we've got our lovely Alison Smith here, who we have labelled our glue lady, she will tell you the story that she always tells us. She left her lid off So the seal part off, she'd cut this part down, she left the lid off for 4 days. 4 days, and it still wasn't clogged. I don't know how. That isn't some sort of magic spell we've put into the bottles, but it doesn't clog. It's magic. Okay, so for this card, what I've done so far is I've cut my circle. So you're going to receive a circle within the set. Now, of course, you could work on any circle you wish to, but we'll give you a base to build up on top of.
Brilliant.
We're then going to give you the sections. So you've got 8 different sections, and they come to you as filigree pieces, which I've used over here. So we've got a filigree panel here that I've just cut for you.
Look at that.
They'll all come out, everything's cut for us, but you've got your filigree panel and then you've got your outside edge. And we purposely leave these separate because it means that you can then go ahead and you can cut these out as a solid. Now we're going to show you these being used as a backing underneath another filigree panel in another colour, but it also means you could stamp on these, you could emboss them, you could cut these from your favourite patterned papers and then put this back together. So although you're buying what's classed as a Christmas set, maybe you've got Easter papers, floral papers, masculine papers, doesn't matter. No. It could be for anything, and you can still put it back together in exactly the same format that we're about to put this back together in.
Good, that, isn't it? I
But
love
this
it.
just gives you an everyday spin on a product that you've now purchased, haven't you?
Yep.
Then we go on to our stencil. So we mentioned that our stencil is the perfect guide to work with. So we're going to bring this one in so you can see it. So we're going to bring this in. And then around here, you might see a bit of texture paste caught still in my engraving, which is absolutely fine. I'm a very messy crafter. I don't clean many things. So I get a little bit of paste everywhere. But we can then bring this in, match that up so it fits perfectly. We then tape that down, We tape that down, top and bottom, and we then flip this over. We can then bring in all of our sections and we can paste those back in place, knowing that every single part of that is perfect.
Brilliant.
When we then take the stencil away, we're going to have this kind of effect where everything's spaced and we don't have to worry about where it is.
I love that.
Now, because I've removed my stencil, it's going to be a bit of a faff, being honest with you, to try and line that up and get it back underneath my foam tape areas. But we'll bring it over just so you can see roughly where we are. And then we can go in and roughly work out where we want our next sections to be.
Brilliant.
You wouldn't normally remove it midway. I've done that for speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you wouldn't. You would carry on working and then, then worry about it. Oh, we might be a little bit over. We're not too worried. We can play a little bit. This is why I needed the stencil. And our stencil idea was our lovely Lynn on our design team.
Right.
When we brought out our very first one of these, like a year ago, she was like, hang on a minute, why don't we have a stencil to do all our piecing together? Because when we're putting them back together, that's a bit of a nightmare.
It's a positioning guide.
Yeah. And it was like, brilliant, light bulb moment, let's do that. Lynn, perfect. So now even like a year on, 3 versions later, still huge credit to Lynn and that idea, because if it's something I'd never thought of, but actually it's suddenly made my life so much easier, and your life, because we've learned from that.
I think when you're in it designing, sometimes you don't look outside, and then somebody comes along and goes, do you know what, it'd be really good if it did that, and you go, why did I not think of that? How many times do we do that as crafters? We go, why did I not think about that? But you know what, that's why we're building this community here at liveshopping.vip, where we've got different suppliers who come in, they bring their products, they don't leave and the products disappear, they stay on that website, liveshopping.vip, and you can shop anytime that you like, which is great, isn't it? I love that. Whoever's on comments tonight has started this, is it you, Amber? Has started this whole trail of what's your favourite topping. Now, I'm only going to read one out because it's a bit bonkers. Mrs. H999, right? Anchovies, tuna, banana, tons of cheese and tomato. Do you not like that, Jamie? Look at his face. That's brilliant. Make that noise again.
I don't know if I can. I don't think I've ever made it before in my life. That was what it did. That was the combination. I don't know about that.
Right.
But each to your own. I will
Brilliant.
now confess, and I now feel a lot more sane in saying this. If I go to a chain restaurant that has a little buffet where you can get your pizza, when I take off my cheese, I like to put grated carrot back on it instead. So in comparison, I feel that's quite okay. I'm okay with that. The grated carrot on the top's lovely.
However, I can't say much really, because one of my favourite combinations, this is really weird, but it tastes delicious. Cottage cheese with pineapple.
Okay.
Grapes. I know. This is the best. This is the bit that make you go like that, but it's actually really good. You need to try it. Mackerel in tomato sauce. It's like a pizza. So you've got your mackerel and your pineapple, cheese and your tomato. It's really nice. So I can't say much about that.
No.
But banana is a bit random.
We all have our own sort of random
Don't we?
eatings, don't we? It's
I
what
love that,
makes us
Mrs.
normal.
H999.
I like it.
Now, you two, don't knock it till you try it.
No,
She says,
no,
crying,
no
smiling
knocking.
face. I don't think.
I think the closest thing I can give you in any sort of combos like that, because I am just a bit weird, I like mash.
Yeah.
Filled full of tomato sauce with peas, carrots mixed in, and then I'll take, like, I'm a veggie, so I don't eat like chicken nuggets, but like a chicken nugget style thing or whatever, and then I break it up into little pieces, mix it all together, and then put it into Yorkshire puddings and eat them like you would a cake.
You see, I could do that, but I'd have to have
lovely.
gravy instead of tomato sauce.
Yeah, I'd say again veggie.
I love it. Whenever we do a
Sunday
Sunday dinner, Mick just put like Andrew's head, because we have mash, carrots, peas, or whatever other veg we have, whatever protein we have, and then loads of gravy, and I just put it in a dish and mix it up.
See, we've all got them, haven't we? We've all got our little bits that work for us.
Mrs. H999 says she loves mackerel too. Oh, well, you see, there you go. I don't see the anchovies bit for me, and the banana I'm not sure about.
And then this one, I would just finish it off
lovely,
with a gem in the middle, and I've just stuck to a couple of colours, and I've coloured in a couple of bits with a gel pen, and I've added lots of gold gems to it, and that's kind of it. Very, very simple, very easy, but it kind of shows you how well you could bring our sort of kaleidoscopes together.
Isn't that brilliant? Isn't it clever? Right, do you want to get ready for another demo? And I'll do a quick recap on the Mega for you. So, we've bought some beautiful products. He's a clever fella, isn't he? And lovely too.
Oh,
right, now then, let's introduce you to the Mega. So as we go through these, our lovely Amber, who's our producer tonight, will flash the individuals for you up on the screen. So you've got your fantastic stamps which come with your coordinating dies. And that's the thing, isn't it? You stamp these pictures and then you're like, how am I going to cut them out? You get the dies to go with it, which is fabulous. Look at this. Look at that. Beautifully packaged. Die with the stamps. Keeps it all safe and together. Really nice deep stamps as well, and then that lovely die. And I love that you've got that almost like a border of white around the outside edge, because if you are colouring with alcohol markers, going in with a cool grey makes everything pop, and you've got the ability to do that. But if you love colouring, brilliant. But how about just using him with glue and glitter? Because he looks lovely, doesn't he? Just with the glue and glitter, if you want a really sparkly Christmas, this is fabulous. I love this one. This is so elegant. So you've got him in there. See, this is where you can take a drawing like Santa there and make it really grown up just by what you're doing around the outside edge and the background. They're lovely, aren't they? Absolutely stunning. Right, so that's your first one. Then you're going to get Mrs. Christmas and the elves. Look at those little elves. Imagine those on shrink plastic, Jamie. Little earrings for Christmas. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That'd be very cool.
Look how jolly she is. You know what? You can imagine she is Mrs. Christmas, isn't she? She's gentle, she's soft, she's kind, she's loving. She loves baking. She looks after all the elves right through the year and makes sure that Father Christmas behaves himself. And then you've got the stamps and the dies that go together. It makes it really, really easy and really, really craftable. The other thing you could do is just colour in a skin tone and then paper piece it with some different papers. That'd be lovely. So you can see the design team here have just done a cracking job. You always know as a brand when the design team love it, because you get loads and loads and loads of samples. And props to you all, because you've done a fabulous job in that. Look at that for a bit of sparkle. Now that will stand out on your fireplace, won't it? Look at her little rosy cheeks. Oh, she's got a very soft, gentle voice. I can hear it. Lovely, isn't it that? Now then, this is the one that Jamie's just been using. How fabulous is this idea? I think this is brilliant, this concept. So you get your die. You get your outside edge for that die, so you can cut these into your cardstock. You can then cut them out of your cardstock. You've then got the outside edge of that beautiful scallop, so you don't have to go searching for one that fits. They've done that for you. I also love the fact that you've got 4 different corners, so you can make each card slightly different. But how fantastic are these? They're stunning, aren't they? Love it. And it doesn't matter what style of Christmas you love, there's something in there for everybody. But then to bring you not only the positioning guide, but all the little elements, because their stencils are slightly thicker, the mylar's slightly thicker, you can emboss it So you'll run it through your Pro Cut or whichever die cutting machine you've got with your rubber mat and push that card into that stencil, and you'll end up with a beautiful finish. I've made my mind, I keep saying I've made my mind up what my Christmas cards are going to be like, but it keeps changing every time I see something different. But white on white, I think it's always so elegant, or craft red and white, that's another lovely combination as well. Right, so you're getting all of that. We haven't finished. You're also going to get these ferns, and I love that Jamie's learnt from his frustration, because it is, isn't it? That's how you learn, right?
Absolutely.
You do something, you're like, oh no, that's driven me crazy, let's change it. And that's the great thing about our industry. You know, these products come in and then somebody else takes it and runs with it and goes to the next level, and somebody else comes up with a different concept and it goes to the next level. But this is brilliant, and having them just in white is stunning. You know, you sprinkle your glitter on there, have some plain, some in silver, some in gold, some with glitter on, some with embossing powders on, whatever you want to do, but you can really mix and match everything together, and that's what I love about what Jamie brings. And then this one, with the saving that you've got on the main deal of $14.99 in comparison to selling them as or buying them as individuals, you're paying 4p.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that
4p for that die, with the centres and the beautiful poinsettias in there as well. So one die, one pass through, job done, easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. Right, let me just recap on this card, because this has been super busy and I'm not surprised at that price. Shop Mirror is going to get you all of these colours, 10 sheets of each, that all perfectly coordinate not only with the glitter paste, but also the glitters, because funnily enough, it's the same glitter in the glitter paste that is in the glitter pots.
Exactly.
That was a mouthful. 40% of this is now allocated and in people's baskets. Please don't forget to check those baskets out, because it's not yours until you paid for it. It's like walking around your supermarket with a trolley full of food. It's not yours until you've gone through that checkout, so make sure that you're not missing out and checking out those deals. Speaking of the glitters, wow, wow, wow. Wow, look at these. How beautiful is that? So just that gorgeous iridescent there. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? That snow will be wonderful in your shaker cards as well. That'd be great.
Oh, nice.
Then you've got, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I love this glitter. And look how it looks like it's shiny. There's some areas it looks like it's been varnished.
It does, doesn't it?
It's that shiny.
Yeah.
It's almost, you almost, because it's so fine, you almost get a polished finish, don't you? Which is amazing. And then the purple, oh, I love that. I love purple. It's one of my favourite colours. And then the red, well, that's the ruby slippers, if ever you saw it, doesn't it? But Mrs. Claus as well, look. I love these are brilliant, Jamie. Absolutely brilliant. Right, so if you want those, shop Gem, £17.49. Now, if you would like the texture paste, that works perfectly in conjunction with that. We can do that for you too. So you've got your red, your purple, your green, and your iridescent, all in a clear base. So when it dries, it just sparkles. That's it. So if you want something that's shiny, sparkly, but doesn't shed, then this paste, and it's a level above. You know, as products develop and time moves on, and Jamie's used lots of different products, haven't you, in the past?
Oh my goodness, yes.
And you learn from them, right?
Absolutely.
So when he's bringing you something like this, all those lessons that he's learned, that's why you're getting the best quality that you can get.
It's also
Love that.
really important. I was having this chat with somebody the other day. It's also really important if we're going to put our name on it. If it's going to carry your name, you've got to know it's good.
Absolutely.
And that's so important. I couldn't endorse a single thing if I didn't believe it was the best we could possibly
Absolutely.
do.
No,
really
I totally agree. I promised myself 20 years ago when I started TV that I would never sell anybody anything that I wouldn't buy myself.
Good point.
Right?
Yeah, great.
Because I don't want anybody spending the money on something that I don't think is good enough. So, right. Next.
That's what we're going to do next.
Oh,
so we're going to bring in the elves.
Oh, I love the
love
elves.
I
I
can't
do
help
too.
it. We've kind of got this far. We need to play with the elves.
I look at that.
So these are really easy to work with.
That's super
As I
cute.
mentioned, your elves are going to come with Mrs. Christmas, your stop sign, and your sack of presents come with Mr. Christmas or Father Christmas. But we're going to bring in the two little elves and we're going to use them in our stamp press. And we're just going to place them down on our card, pick them up on our lid, and then we're going to stamp these out.
So we've got some more pizza toppings for you. Pepperoni, that's quite, then we've got, Pauline Ellerington says there's only one pizza topping for me, and that's bolognese. or takeaway, which is 2 minutes walk away, is the only one that does them, and they are delicious.
I was going to say, is that a normal one?
I like the idea of that. Bolognese.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to try that. Pauline, whereabouts do you live?
Watch out, incoming
right,
visitors.
yeah, absolutely. I'm coming in. Brilliant. Absolutely fabulous. We've got a barbecue chicken or meat feast. Yep, can do that. Brilliant. Oh, look at these.
So when it comes to cutting them out,
look at the
all
little
we do
faces.
is bring in the die, match that up and send it through. Now,
amazing.
You've watched me do a little bit of cutting already, so I'm going to fast forward slightly. But that then gives you our beautiful little characters to play with. So we've already got 2 of these done. We've done exactly the same with the sack and the stop here sign and the little present. All of these are going to be found throughout Father Christmas and Mrs. Christmas in both die form and in stamp form. So it really is as simple as it can possibly be for you, because we don't want it to be complicated, do we?
No, I don't do complicated.
Now, to go behind our scene, we are going to bring in our snow flurry stencil. You're going to find this on the brand store. There are 2 new additions to our brand store that I know of for sure.
You see.
There is a snow flurry and there is a snowflake. Both of those work incredibly well with this collection.
Fantastic.
But we want to be using this one to make our background snow to go behind our elves. So we're going to bring in a piece of navy card. We're going to bring in that stencil and we're going to lay it down. Now, Mel touched on this earlier. Our stencils are cut from slightly thicker mylar. It's what a lot of people tend to cut stencils from. You can still bend them, you can still form them. So if you're going to work around a shaped object, don't panic. It doesn't mean you can't move them. They're not that rigid. But it does mean that when we come to use them with texture paste, or when we choose to emboss them through the machine with a rubber mat, there is more depth. And that is really crucial, because a more depth means that we're going to get a more prominent effect. And we're going to have more glitter paste go through, which is going to give us, again, more sparkle and more look. So this, of course, is our diamond white gemstones texture paste, the one that we've brought you on the show today. And all we're going to do is just go straight across the stencil with it.
You can see how much glitter's in that, even in that one, because when she's spreading it, there's no patchiness to it at all.
No, it doesn't sort of thin out anywhere, does it?
No, absolutely.
It's still solid glitter. And again, that's really important, because if not, we're just going to end up with like a glaze for our snow. Instead, it's going to look more like it's raining with a little hint of glitter than snow.
There are some pastes out there, the glitter ones, and when you've done it and you take it off, you need to have glitter.
Exactly,
right?
Yes, you're very, very right.
What's the point?
Yeah, why did I bother? I could have just done a clear texture
exactly
paste.
that.
So, exactly.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then again, it means that we're not going to see that colour come through from underneath. So when we remove this, just pop that stencil into some water.
Wow.
If you forget, don't panic. Put it into some warm water later on with a dishwasher tablet or some Ariel.
You can make your own snowfall acetate.
You could. Absolutely.
Couldn't
yeah. This will
it's
dry
expensive
on acetate.
to buy.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very good idea, actually.
That would be fantastic.
She's full of ideas, isn't she?
I'm full of something.
I stand here every time and think, why didn't I think of that? I should have known
this. This is why we love getting together, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we all need to get together and have a weekend, don't we?
Yeah.
And just sit there and craft with everybody else's products and have a play.
Because
that'd be lovely.
And I say this a lot, but you only come up with ideas at your own rate of ideas.
Yes.
And that isn't a negative. It's just we all have our colours we go to, we all have our styles, we all have our thoughts. Acetate isn't something I overly tend to work with, being honest. So it's not something that I'd necessarily think of. But that's a great idea. We do acetate, I just don't use it very often.
That's fantastic.
So on to our layers. So
I think Amber would rather go out and have a party than come here and craft all weekend, wouldn't you, love?
That's what I wrote, yeah.
I know, that's what she wrote, and I'm not telling you what she wrote.
We could do both.
Well, we could do it at the same time, Jamie. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
The lines might get slightly more level for me. I can only play pool if I'm a little bit tipsy. So possibly my crafting would be better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pool, I can't. I can't play pool at all.
Sounds like a perfect weekend, doesn't it?
I can't play pool.
When are we doing it?
A couple of drinks and suddenly I'm a pro. I don't know how that works.
That's genius, probably because you can relax.
Yeah, probably.
Sharon Noble says, can you come? Oh, yeah, you can come. Yeah, absolutely, join in.
More the merrier.
Yeah, we'll do it on Zoom and just watch everybody slowly get drunk while crafting. Your cards would be wonky then, wouldn't they?
I don't know if we're allowed to endorse this behaviour, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it too. Yeah, absolutely.
So on our layers, we've just used an alcohol marker in the same colours that we've used to colour our elves. just so that everything's going to match in without us having to use coloured cardstock. We're then going to place down our piece of navy in the middle, and then we're going to bring in one of our frames. So this again is created using our scalloped and pierced rectangles, and then I've used our plain ovals in the centre. You're going to find all of those on the brand store, and of course they're going to match in with our tags because we've got the plain edges and we've got the scalloped ones. So everything coordinates.
Perfect. I love that. I love the fact that you don't tell the customer what they have to do with that product. You don't have to use that tag with that stitch line. You've got them separately. So you make the decision. And I love that. It's putting the creativity back in your hands, but it's also designed by somebody who's thought, you know what, if we did this, this and this, you've got more versatility, which is brilliant, isn't it? I love that.
We need to be able to kind of experiment and go off on different tangents.
Absolutely.
Whatever that may be.
Everybody has different styles.
And then I as a scrapbooker, I think I come at things slightly differently because I know that I want to use, I don't want to use the same frame, I don't want to use the same shape, I don't want to use the same tag on every page. But yet as I go through the pages, I want it all to match. So if we bring you the matching items, we're doing cards, but it doesn't mean it has to stop at cards.
No, absolutely not.
So that's kind of one of my important bits.
I need to get back into my scrapbooking. I haven't done it for a long time.
Okay, we're not going to tuck him around. We're going to put him in the front. We'll put him down there.
Love him.
And then we've got a little present, and we're going to put the little present.
Look.
Little present comes with Mrs. Christmas, so we're going to put the present maybe down there. Just
Lily would love this because she loves colouring in.
Absolutely, that would be a great idea.
Colouring in.
Absolutely, and if you know somebody who likes craft or likes to give handmade but doesn't like to make handmade, but likes colouring, stamp them out and let them do it. Let them colour them in. Make the card and leave them blank. And then
absolutely.
Okay, with our little tag, I added some ribbon for in mine, but nobody wants to watch me tie ribbon. So we're going to add the sentiment up there, but I would just finish that off with a little ribbon just to go through the top of the hole there. So I'm going to show you the one where I have finished it, just so you can see the difference. That's
fabulous, isn't it? How cute are these? Right, Amber, do we want to do a recap, do you think? Quick recap? Right, Jamie, do you want to come down here with me, my lovely? We'll end down there. Now, tomorrow is a little bit exciting.
Tomorrow's very exciting.
Tell us a bit about what's happening tomorrow in case you didn't know, because I've just found out.
So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m, I'm going to be bringing you my Creative Expressions Christmas collection.
Say that again.
Creative Expressions Christmas collection. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is.
I need to shorten that a bit.
Creative Expressions Christmas selection.
Yeah, lots of these.
I need to practice that.
So my Christmas collection came out with Creative Expressions a couple of years ago, and then as many of you will know, I left Creative Expressions.
You did.
And then sadly Creative Expressions ceased trading and they've retired earlier this year. Well, at Jamie Rodgers Crafts, we've acquired the Creative Expressions brand, and there's loads of exciting developments, loads of those. So much I can't tell you about, I could pop. But it's all going to come out over the next few months, and lots of things are coming up, lots of excitement. But it means I get my designs back, because rightly so, when you design for a company, they own the rights to those designs, and when you leave, you 9 out of 10 times don't get to take them with you. But now we've bought them, so they're back, Jamie, and they're here. Amazing. And as. So tomorrow we will revisit that collection, bring you fresh inspiration, a great bundle price, and to a lot of you it's probably going to be brand new because you won't have seen it before.
How exciting is that? Isn't that fabulous? Congratulations on that.
Thank
Do you know, you work so hard, and your samples are beautiful, and you're
you.
Such a nice person and so humble. You don't see that very much. You can come here anytime you like, darling. You come and move in. You won't.
Okay, fair dues.
I'm going to get a bunk bed in the warehouse, so you can come and share with me.
That'll
be all right.
Squid Game-esque. You put too many bunk beds in there. Different game.
Brilliant, right? Right, Amber, mega or tags, or what would you like us to recap?
Okay,
lovely.
So here we start off with Father Christmas, our lovely stamp and die set, giving you all of the components you need to stamp and then die cut to match and mix and match. You've then of course got a few sentiments in here as well that are going to work beautifully for you. This is your little board giving you an idea of how that's going to look, but of course it's all going to mix and match with the other components within this collection too. To go with Father Christmas, we of course need Mrs. Christmas. I feel she's far too often forgotten in this situation. So we've then got Mrs. Christmas, again in a stamp and die format. Don't forget, this is where we get the cheeky elves. So we've got the elves, we've got more sayings, and we've got the dies to of course coordinate with all of those, all in that one set too. When we start building Mrs. Christmas up and using her with some of the other elements, she of course makes stunning creations. The elves are just cheeky little monsters that can be placed into even dinky little cards, but yet can still be made into big focals as well.
Brilliant.
Then we move on from there and we've got our Kaleidoscope. So we've got our Kaleidoscope stencil set and die set.
Sorry, Jamie, just going back to that, there's a card under there that's been stamped round, that one.
Yeah.
Have they used the pizza?
They haven't. No, I don't
But you
believe so.
could,
I think
couldn't
it's
you?
done on one of them circular
Oh, yes.
presses, I'm guessing.
Yes.
But yes, you possibly
couldn't
could
you?
section that out with
Yeah.
this one. What I also like with this is they've used the fern to be the bit that divides out between it. So this
Yeah,
is the
love it.
fern die. And I thought that looked really nice because at
Yeah.
first look I thought that too had been stamped, but
Yeah.
isn't this a die?
No,
I
it's
thought that
brilliant.
looked good.
Love it.
Then we move
Sorry,
on.
that just passed my mind.
Questions are great. Then we move on to our Kaleidoscope set. So we've got our stencil set and then we've got our die set. So each of the sections here coordinate and match identically to the pieces that you're going to see in die form. So you might wish to die cut, you might wish to stencil. You've then got the guide ability through the stencil set as well. And then within the die set, you've actually got 21 dies because you've got all of the inner filigree panels, all of the outside edges to the triangles, the matching circles, and then in the die set, 4 different corners. On the stencil, we've done you the same corner 4 times. Being honest with you, the other 3 just did not cut out in stencil form very nicely. Okay. So we wanted to make sure you've got usable space and usable design. It's actually quite nice because it means they're perfectly spaced out for you.
Absolutely.
So actually it kind of worked in a winning way.
No,
but just
great,
in case you
get
wonder
that.
why. These, of course, can be used for lots of different things throughout the whole year. And as I mentioned earlier, this might be papers you've stamped, it might be your favourite papers on all different topics, or of course it could be cut and created with the the stencils, or the die sets that are, of course, within this collection. So lots of options to play with.
Gorgeous.
Those. Then we move on and we have got the ferns. So your one die set here, but yet cuts 5 different elements as it cuts through, giving you ferns in 2 different directions, and then of course a perfectly straight one as well in a different size.
I love that Christmas tree.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's
easy
fabulous.
to build up. These of course work brilliantly to go in with our traditional poinsettia, which is the next item, which is coming up.
Look at that.
Our traditional poinsettia die, again, one die, so easy cut, easy placement, best value for money when it comes to spacing of your cardstock, but yet going to cut all of these elements out for you. Also deboss all of your detail into your petals for you.
Brilliant.
And as you see, can be used with that fern to create some incredible effects.
These are beautiful. Oh, look at that.
I love this one.
Look
so this again done by Diane, and incredible
Diane,
shout out to
great
our
work.
DT.
Look
They're
at
amazing.
that. They are, absolutely they are. How stunning is that?
And you don't have to stop here. Maybe you want to make a complete 3D tree, whatever size you want to do, but out of paper, and then create that effect all the way over it with the ferns. That would work really well.
Same die. Look at that. Amazing, right?
I also like the way that Diane's used the corner die
I
in
do
the
too,
background
as a
there. I
background.
looked at that and I was like, well, where's that background die come from? And then I was like, it's a corner, isn't it?
Clever.
Corner.
Very, very clever. Right, my lovelies. We're going to have to love you and leave you, I'm afraid, till tomorrow. What time are you on at 10 tomorrow?
10 tomorrow with
and
the
then
Creative Expressions Christmas collection, and then 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Got me
garden
for
collection.
both.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely. Oh, what a joy.
So we'll have a lovely, lovely day. And thank you for your company. Thank you for supporting Jamie. Thank you for shopping on liveshopping.vip. And just thank you for keeping us company and inviting us into your homes. We will see you on Highlight Crafts bright and early at 8 o'clock. Well, you don't want to miss that. I've got some deals on Cadence. I know. I'll see you there. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you all.
Bye.